Durag Diaries, yo. Wait, hold on. What the heck is going on with this background right now? Why is StreamYard trying to play up on me? They're trying to play up on me. There we go. Wait. Let's get that banner out. What's going on? What's going on? It's like the settings just changed in them things. What do we do, people? How's everyone's doing? Welcome to Monday mornings. Make sure you got your warm drink, your coffees, everything in check. Sorry, I'm late. That's literally had to make sure I had the goodies because can't be a real Monday morning without the coffee to wake a man up. But hey, we're here today off the back of a point. I mean, some people upset. Some should be happy. I mean, some people should be happy because they say Spurs were definitely going to lose. I'm of the thought of what's the point, innit? What is the point? What does the point mean? Literally. Like, I don't even think there was a point that you can make about this game because going into it, many of us knew off the back of the performance against AZ Alkmaar, there's not much you can expect of this team going into the rest of the season. You guys saw how defeated I was in the watch along. And if you haven't already, go watch some of the watch along highlights. I did post a clip, got some more clips that I'm going to be releasing throughout the week. But I think that game broke me, man. Because literally the whole watch along, shout out to We Are Tottenham TV every single time, by the way, was over there doing the watch along with Sim for this game. But yeah, the whole game just sort of, it was just meh. And there really wasn't much to offer. There really wasn't much to get excited about. A lot of mistakes, a lot of wayward passes, a lot of poor performances. The return of Romero was extremely underwhelming, I think it's fair to say. Some people may even say stinker and hooked. I think it might be a bit closer to managing his minutes, but at the same time, I don't think Romero did have a good game. Baptism of fire. Just 25 seconds into the game, he already made a mistake, already doing stupidness. And then throughout the game, it just seemed like he was chasing his tail, was sort of always getting himself into situations with the ball that he didn't need to, making some poor passes into Basuma, which I think is fair to say Balloon Man didn't have a good game. But didn't have a terrible one. I think Romero did put him into some compromising situations, and it was a bit like, whose fault is it? You can look at Romero, you can look at Basuma. But definitely some questions. A lot of questions left after that game. A lot of questions left. And a lot left to be desired. But good morning, everyone. I hate to be the complaining one. I want to try bring some positivity to the Spurs community. That's one thing I've always maintained. But and I know it's seeming a bit depressing right now. The energy's down. It's not really shameless chested Jords right now. But I think that game just was very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. But big up to Mr. Udang. Big up to you, my bro. Drula, good morning. Big up, Jords. A point, meh. Better than nothing considering the stinker we had. Definitely. It was an absolute stinker, to be honest. it really was. We conceded 3 goals. Yes, one of them was offside, but ultimately we didn't do good enough in that game to deserve the goals that we did get. And the goals we scored, like, I don't even want to be shameless and address them, but the goals we scored were gifted to us. Yeah, we won't sniff at Europa with this midfield. You are right, Tottenham Ranger. We really won't. It's not looking good, bro. It's really not looking good. Even this game against AZ, like, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game now, like an extremely tough one. But make sure you guys like the stream, as Tottenham Ranger says, when you're checking into the thing. I know I'm late today. Usually we do a much longer show from a bit earlier. As I said, we had to get some coffee, start, doing things. It's been a bit later morning than usual. And we do have the match reaction. I know I've delayed on getting the match reaction out. It's going to be coming out straight after this video. So if you stay in this video, once it ends, it's going to redirect you to my full match reaction. But good evening to you in a coma, the member, as Hooks would say. But no, how are you doing? What's your thoughts on that game? Are you happy with us picking up the point? How do you feel? Well, Bergvall, the only player we can rely on. Bergvall, Torfin, as I like to call him for my anime watchers, yeah. He's a star in the making. He's a star in the making. I feel like when he came on, an absolute bright spark, someone that we could look to get that ball into, just playing it forward, taking the risks. That's what you need. You just need someone that's a bit more of a risk taker. And that's what we're missing in that first half. But good morning to you, Brian. I hope you're doing well. Good to chat with you on We Are Tottenham TV yesterday as well. And yeah, I hope you have a great day as well. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for coming into the video. And big up to Nige as well. Big up Jords and chat. Big up to you, Nige. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, a lot of us are drained. A lot of us are deflated. Feel like a lot of people have got to the point with Spurs where it's just like, what are we? What are we doing now? Is there anyone in the chat that believes that we could still finish in the top 10? I'd love to know what people's predictions are for the end of the season now, knowing especially that we're 8 points off Fulham, who we have next weekend. And I mean, I think it's fair to say 10 games remaining. We can't win 10 games at home. It's not looking good, bruv. It's definitely not looking good. But yesterday, just to go back to some of the players and the performances, I think one guy that could say that his impact was felt when he come on the pitch is Son. As much as I give him a lot of stick, and I call him out a lot of the time, because he's a senior player and he has a high expectation when he plays, I will say that when he came on yesterday, although it wasn't amazing, he didn't exactly change the game. I wouldn't phrase it that way. He did give us another option. He did give a forward-thinking player, someone that wanted to run at their man, almost had a good chance where he took his guy on, flicked it onto the right-hand side, shifted out on his right boot, curled it around the player, took a deflection, went off the post. So that was almost vintage Sonny coming back to himself. But if we are being honest, it's nothing near like the performances that he used to give for us. So we are clutching at straws here and calling it acceptable. But I feel like the performance itself from most of the players was just, it was nowhere near good enough. But Romero, back to it. What do you guys think? I'd love to know where your thoughts at and where your head's at with it. Do you think that Romero's bad performance can just be forgotten about simply because it was his first game back from injury and he can be given some grace, which I'm more than hear that point. But also, a lot of people will say that Romero was playing bad before the injury, and this could just be a symptom of what is to come, continuing when he does play. I'd love to know where you guys' heads are at with it, because I fall somewhere in between that, whereas I recognize that he's had a poor season whenever he has played. I feel like he's been one of the players that have just been disappointing, because last year he set a really good level and was really underrated across the Premier League. I feel like he was one of the better players for us and one of the better players in the league at centre-back, but it's been extremely poor this season at times. Some lackadaisical mistakes on the ball, consistently losing it, the risk-taking that he's doing, and then forcing himself to make these poor challenges like he done yesterday, very aggressive at times. It feels like he's not stepping up as in the level required when you are an experienced player. When you phase through from being a 22 to 23 to now a 25 to 26-year-old player, you expect that player to become just a little bit more calm, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Boy. A little bit more, let's just go smart. Let's just say smart with his decision making, because it seems like he's still really rash. He's still too on the fly. It's like he doesn't have a voice in his head talking to him. It's like whatever he does is just instinct, and he's just moving around, and he's just rushing out, making decisions, and putting us into some bad situations. And it didn't help having Pedro Porro play next to him yesterday. It didn't help when Porro was flying forward, and as we saw for that first goal, horrible, horrible from Pedro Porro. Yeah, the grenade launcher, which I call him. He's very similar to Bruno. As we saw, we broke into their half in a great counter. You had 4 options. You had Bentancur gliding down the middle. You had Solanke out to the left, Brennan Johnson out to the right, and also I believe Jed Spence might have been covering coming down off the left-hand flank, or Odebert, one of them. And he played it into Brennan Johnson, but it was a poor pass because it wasn't played in front of him. It was played behind him. Went into Kirkes, and it's just like, bro, your decisions have got to be better. You've got to be smarter with the ball. You've got to move it quicker. Like, Bentancur down the middle would have been the smarter play. If you played Bentancur down the middle, then he would have been played through in on goal, rather than trying to play Brennan Johnson, who yesterday couldn't beat his man. There was a few times where he got past his man with the pace, but manages to lose the ball as soon as he touched it because he's so bad on the ball. Like Brennan Johnson, as I said it before, he has no control. No control. He couldn't catch a wine. He's never caught a wine in his life. I'm just going to say, for the people that don't know, it's a dance. I don't think he can catch a dance because there's no control over there. The guy is lost. He got his body in front of Dean Huijsen, and somehow he let the big guy catch up to him. And I don't know if one thing people saw, yeah, Maddison was trying to punch way above his weight class when he stepped to Huijsen. Huijsen's like 6'5", 6'6" or something. Like, he's huge. You could see him on the pitch when he's just strolling around, how much bigger than he is than other players, and he moves quick for a big guy. Maddison stepped up to him, as thinking it looked like Rey Mysterio versus the Great Khali, bro. He was trying to step up to him, give him the big chest, do the pigeon thing, and it didn't look like it was going to end well for him. It did not look like it was going to end well, but I hear it, Tottenham Ranger, man. We're not serious. We're going to have to forget the league. But if you think there's nothing to it, I hear you. I do understand that. As I said, I fall somewhere in between. But look, as we see, we got other opinions in the chat because Mr. Udang, he's disinterested already and also thanked Argentinian national team medics for his recovery. Hey, I did see that. This guy is playing mind games. Romero is on absolute mind games. I can't believe that he called out the Argentinian medical staff, but didn't mention Spurs one at all. Now, I'm not surprised. Let me just say that. I can't believe it, but I'm not surprised because Tottenham's medical team is an absolute shambles. We've known that over the last 2 to 3, maybe even, let's say 4 or 5 years. Let's not even cut it. Maybe even 6 or 7. It's been a mess for a long time now. That's standard. So him not in the Spurs medical team just goes to show the players don't even rate what's going on over there. The players don't even rate the medical staff that we've got. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Let's see if he performs like he wants to stay at the club. That's a big statement. Big statement. I feel like it could be Romero's last year, and I don't know if people did see Vuskovic watch. He had another great performance yesterday. I'm pretty sure he kept a clean sheet. Had a really good game. Barely put a foot wrong. Make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for the kid because with Romero going out, we might not be in such bad hands. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna throw it out there as Maddison. Yeah, we may have a Luke Littler on our hands. We may have a Luke Littler on our hands with Luka Vuskovic. They got the same name. Luke, you know what I mean? Like, I think we might have a real star boy wonder kid on our hands because he looks like the real deal. He looks like the real deal. He looks very similar to Dean Huijsen, as in he's built big stature. He's a bit slow, not as fast as him, and not as quick on his feet, but big player, solid defender. And he's dangerous in the attack as well. He's agile, he's acrobatic, he's got a bicycle kick in his locker. So you know what he's got on offer. Maybe we may not be in such bad hands after Romero leaves. Just saying. But I think Romero could come out for the cross, stays on his line. Oh, Vicario, sorry. Nah. Ashley, make sure you show your face later on tonight, by the way. Call in show, Ashley. Make sure you show your face. Whether you want to come on camera or not, you best turn up. I don't care if you don't want to come on camera, but you best turn up. That's one thing I will say. But big up to you, Paul, man. Big up, Jords. Yeah, you are right about this. I'll give you that. You can't play them both together. You definitely can't. That's one thing we can agree on. But I don't know about this Richie talk. I definitely don't know about this Richie talk. Richarlison's not going to offer us anything. Richarlison's going to be up top, pigeon settings, throw a food, and he's just going to chase it. That's what he does with the ball. If you know what pigeons are like, they just run after everything. They're scavenger animals. That's what he is. He's a scavenger up front, just trying to chase after any loose ball that he can get. Let's be honest here, man. Like, Richarlison's not the difference between us being, again, 14th and 10th. He's not going to offer us much. So we can't really do nothing there. But this is an interesting one from Tottenham Ranger. Archie has to be in midfield. Ange's, I'm not going to say that, but yeah. I think it will be interesting to see if Ange does approach the Europa League playing Archie Gray in the midfield now, because now that we got Van der Ven, Romero back, feels like Ben Davies may be back. We're going to have 4 centre-backs available that are going to be ahead of Archie. It'll be interesting to see how he deploys Archie. I don't like to see Archie in either of the fullback positions. I think it's been clear to see, although he's good on the ball, in the wide areas, he can get exposed and he gets taken care of by good wingers. And if we put him up against Poku and AZ Alkmaar, who we saw cause us problems in that first game, I feel like it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for him. So it will be interesting to see if he does start in the 6. Obviously, the options are either him, Benton, him, Basuma, or Bergval. So which one Ange's going to go for? More than likely will be Basuma, Bergval, Madison midfield. That's what I would guess, going off of what we saw the other day. And with Madison resting, with Basuma resting, it feels like the AZ Alkmaar game is going to be the one that these players are preparing for. So likely we see that midfield deployed. But I would be more than foreseeing Archie Gray starting the 6. I feel like he's got more to offer than Basuma does. And it would be a lot better. It would be definitely be a lot better to see him start there, eventually getting his chance playing in the midfield. But Drula, Romero looks disinterested to me. I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. He doesn't look like the same fight and the same player that he was last year, because there's definitely something missing. Maybe it's off of the back of those quotes that he said in December that Spurs just haven't pushed on like the other teams in Liverpool and some of our other top 6 rivals. So yeah, man, it's not a good look for our club, to be honest. It's just not a good look for our club, because if we're being real, one of your top players, the guy that was wearing the captain armband yesterday, looking disinterested. Bro, who are we going to attract? Who's going to want us? As I said a couple months ago, we was in the transfer window all looking like, who wants me? And no one did. And it looks like we're going in the summer transfer window with the same fucking problem, bruv. Who wants me? No one. No one wants me. That's how I'm feeling. It's just dark times. Dark, pitch black, dark times, bruv. But I heard we are consulted by specialists out there in London for the injuries we have. This shows utter shambolic, vomit-inducing, astronomical, earth-shattering medical team at Spurs. They need sacking. The funniest thing, Mr. Udang, yeah, some people may not know that we did sack our medical team. Our medical department got sacked. The ones that was in the all or nothing videos and that with Jose Mourinho. I think the bold ginger guy. He's got like a low hair. I don't remember his name, but he was the head of medical at the time. He'd been sacked or resigned or whatever it was just before Ange had come in. And I feel like in Ange's tenure, either they haven't had someone take over or the person that did take over also left. So I know not too long ago, if people would have saw going around Twitter that those LinkedIn adverts for Spurs head of medical, they were a real thing. Like they weren't fake screenshots. That was a real thing, I'm pretty sure. Why have we got a troll in here? Make sure you come in. Look, make sure you come in 2 p.m. North Divide. That's all I'm gonna ask. Win the chocolate Labrador. Please come in at 2 p.m. for the North Divide. I'm gonna need you to woof woof and bark it off. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna need. please come in at 2 p.m. That's all I'm gonna ask. That soldier Richie scores when he don't get injured. I don't know about that. Maybe we're doing revisionism on him. We're definitely doing revisionism on him right now. Richarlison offers nothing in our game. He just get a lucky goal here and there, but all round game he doesn't offer enough. Richarlison's not good enough. But do you know what? I'm more interested to just see how the future's gonna look because at this point in the season, we're not playing for anything. We aren't. This is when a lot of people say, play the kids. I'm saying if the kids that are gonna have a strong impact next year, play those players. Archie Gray, he's going to be playing in the six. Likely, he maybe need to be used next to Bergvall, who's looking like a more than guaranteed starter for next season. I'd just play Archie Gray, Bergvall, Maddison for now, and then Archie Gray, Bergvall, Decky. I feel like that's going to be the real midfield, and that's something that we're probably going to look forward to seeing next season. And man said these men are just aesthetics. No, Richarlison is nothing. Richarlison doesn't offer anything on the pitch. He's got no all-round performance. And stop telling me to stop talking shit. Make sure you turn up tonight for the show, and that's all I'm saying. But big up to my guy, Egal. Yes, bro. I hope you're well. How you feeling after that game, Egal? Can't even beat Man Red. Like everyone gets some. How can you guys go to a brothel and leave with nothing? Nothing. Everyone goes to Old Trafford and gets some, bro. What are we doing here? It's Manny. It's easy. What are we doing here? Mikey Moore has to be getting minutes for Son after 60 minutes, but can't even be doing that. I was so surprised to see Mikey Moore not on the bench again. I don't know what's going on with Ange. Well, I think I do know what's going on. The guy's a madman. Doesn't have a clue what he's talking about majority of the time. And he's an elite waffler. So that's what I do know what's going on. But Mikey Moore not being in the squad is a mess. It's a mess. But don't kill me. Yeah, they are always trolling. I just need him for 2 p.m. That's when the trolling can commence for real. But J Spurs, big up Ashley working overtime. But big up to Durag Diaries and the chat. Come on, man. Yeah, he's always working overtime. Ashley's my number one fan. That's what it is in the reality of it. But big up to him. He's a real Spurs fan. That's what I will say. He's passionate about his club, just like me. And as much as we may view the club differently, I respect all you guys that passionately support our team because we're all going through it together right now. We're all going through it together. But Odebert and Johnson off the right, Son and Moore off the left. Yeah, I feel like Odebert's definitely better off the left. It should be Odebert and Moore should be rotated. I feel like throw Son on the right. That's what we should do because Son's both footed. Throw Son off the right. He doesn't offer much more off the left. A little cut-in shot every now and then, but I would much prefer to have Odebert and Moore off the left because I feel like they have more of an impact and they're better at getting at their man. But Kachidure, Odime, big up people. Make sure to smash the likes. If you don't, you are wrong. Big up Jords. Big up to you, my bro. As he says there, if you don't pay your rent when you're coming into the channel, and you're just damn wrong. You're just damn wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Luke, we had this conversation. I'm not Anjin. Haven't been Anjin for. I was Anjin for a long time. I was probably one of the last people to turn. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I told you so and all this rubbish. But I lost my faith, and there's no going back right now. I told you guys, Drula's checked in. Drula works at the training ground. I'm just throwing it out there. I know it. Drula's a mole. This isn't really Drula. That's why it is. It's not really Drula. It's Drula's a mole. She works at the training ground. Look, she's giving us the updates. Big up to Drula every time, giving us the inside scoops. But they're building a new sports science department with cryotherapy chamber, specialized rehabilitation gym, and recovery rooms. Didn't we redo our whole training facility and center like not that long ago, within the last 6 or 7 years? Shouldn't that have been done then? What is the delay? Cryotherapy is not something that's new. I feel like a lot of teams have had that implemented into their structure and their training regimes for a long time. So it's strange as to why Tottenham wouldn't have it. We're behind the game, and it may explain why so many of our players have recovery issues and why it takes them so long to come back to their best form. But while go on Durag, big up to King KK every single time. Like the stream, people. I'll take a point because we were short. Because we were shot. Oh, shit. And Bournemouth were brilliant. I hear you. I just need the season to end quickly. I big up to a gal, aka it's a toss-up between Carvajal and Ben White guy. That's funny, man. It's funny that you guys know him from that video, because I've known a gal long before that video, and I knew that's something that a gal would say. Like when I saw that video, I was like, oh, that's a normal take from a gal. That's a casual one. Yeah, a gal was saying Martinelli's better than Son 4 years ago, bruv. he was saying Martinelli's better than Son when Martinelli was 19 and Son was 27, bruv. Like this isn't nothing new to me at all. But actually, without Vicario, big facts. Vicario is class. Vicario is the reason why we stayed in that game, and Vicario has been the reason why we've saved ourselves in a lot of the most recent games. So we have to be honest about that, guys. Like, what are we doing here? Big up to my guys' skills. Big up Jords. Let's just see. Just in. Tottenham star Richarlison is the latest player to decide to seek medical advice away from the football club on his injury status. Brazil News. Was that Bleacher Report that you got that from? I mean, it's not a surprise. A lot of these South American players, and to be fair, a lot of players do seek advice from their national clubs because the facilities do tend to be better. But let's be honest here, it's just not a good look for Spurs, because it's like every club there, every player is injured, whether that's Van der Ven, whether that's Romero, whether that's Bentancur when he was injured, and now Richarlison, all seeked help with their national team and outside consultants to help them with their injury recoveries, because Spurs just aren't good enough. Spurs just don't have the utilities to facilitate our players. But look, guys, today's been a very quick Monday morning's show. I am sorry for giving the show late. Usually it goes on from like 10 o'clock through to 11. But I do have, as you guys know, an appearance on Never a Foul to make and a few cookings to dish out. So I'm going to head over to Never a Foul real quick. But real quick, Skills, do you think we will beat Chelsea? Chelsea didn't look good against Leicester. That's what I will say. Chelsea did not look good against Leicester. And I'm only playing, Drula. I'm only playing. You're probably just more tapped in than most of us. Let's just say that. But I see you. But look, this is going to head over to my match reaction, which is now literally just premiering on the channel. So stay in the stream. Make sure you tap a like on this video. Tap a like on the match reaction for the Bournemouth game. And yeah, man, look, 2 p.m. we'll be back. North Divide, 9 p.m. call-in show. Make sure you're there. Big up to everyone. And yeah, man, we're heading out. Peace.